Hi, this is Zachary Ball with Omnis Technologies. Continuing with our series on the CTERA units, today I'm going to be showing you how to set up the alerts within the portal itself. From there, you can actually set up the unit to alert you to when backups are complete, certain storage quotas, when there's new firmware available. But let's dive right in. So on the main menu, we're going to be paying attention to the alerts tab here. We have two options, email alerts and mail server. What we have to do first is actually set up the mail server so we can test the notifications. So under the mail server menu, we're going to go ahead and click deliver messages using a custom SMTP server. At Omnis Technologies, we have a dedicated SMTP service for notifications. So what we're going to go ahead and do is plug in our SMTP server address. And in this case, we're going to be using port 25. Now, depending upon your internet provider, port 25 may not be available. You may have to use 587, 465. But it really depends on your internet provider whether you can use port 25 or not. This also requires a username and password. This particular server does not require TLS. So we're going to go ahead and plug in our username and the password. Click save. And then we're going to obviously go to the email alerts section. So from here, you can specify 2 email recipients, and you can also specify the sender. I'm actually going to specify the sender as our tech support email. That way it doesn't get flagged by spam. Sometimes that does happen with some email filters. If you have a no reply email address, it might go to the junk folder. And then the first email recipient is going to be techsupport@omnistech.com. And I may plug in another email address, I don't know. But so under the alerts, we have all of these different options. So depending upon the severity of an actual event, it will let you know. We generally leave this at critical because we want to know, obviously, if a hard drive is bad or if the device goes offline. We can also set to no cloud activity. So if you don't see the device after a certain amount of hours, you'll get a notification. Last cloud backup more than so many days. This one I tend to kind of play with because some of my clients aren't actually open on Saturdays and Sundays. And if you have this set for 1 or 2 days, they're going to get a notification on a Monday that a backup hasn't occurred. So what I kind of like to do is just set that to 2. For this particular client, I'm going to set it to 2. Now this is also the same thing. The last local backup, if they don't work Saturdays or Sundays, you'll get a notification. So I'm going to go put that on 2. The last cloud sync, 24 hours, I like to leave that there. Now here's what I like to kind of change, the volume full. Now 95% in some cases may work, but I like to have a little bit better notification of that. So we're going to go ahead and put that to 90. And we're also going to check additional event notifications. We want to know when our cloud backups happen and when our local backups happen. Now, this particular case, this firmware was just updated on this device. So I'm going to go ahead and uncheck firmware updated because I haven't seen any new firmware updates for a while. And then I'm also going to check device shut down and start. We're going to go ahead and save. And when we actually do that, it'll give us the opportunity to test to make sure that our SMTP settings are good. So a test message has been sent to the configured email address. So we should get a notification. So an alert test message did come in from ourselves to our tech support email. So that way we know it works. Now, another thing you can always try to do is when we can actually just power cycle the unit. Down here in the right-hand corner, you can actually do a restart on the device. So we're going to go ahead and do a restart on our CTERA. Do you want to click yes? And what should happen is when this comes back up, we should get an email notification that this particular unit did restart. So, well, we actually already received a notification, device restarted. In this case, it was by the admin account. So there we know that our email notifications are set up and ready to be used in the CTERA unit. Thank you.